I wonder what they're beating their meat to. I think they're beating their meat over the sex scene in the game. Saitama versus Popeye? Why is this even a thing?
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out.
This is so dumb. You know what? We're gonna watch this shit all the way through. Absolutely no way they got Saitama versus Popeye the Sailor Man.
Who will win a death battle? Life is pain, brutal and short. The challenges we face during our brief sojourn on this tiny blue marble are what make us human. They light a fire in our soul. They make it all worth something. Without them, we are lost.
Yeah, it's a little early in the day for an existential crisis, but luckily I came prepared.
For this failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence.
This man was Saitama, and he was going to be a superhero.
And so he trained, pushing his body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity.
So hard, his freaking hair fell out.
Saitama's strength grew exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived.
And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got.
All it took was one punch. Damn it! He became too strong. He became the one, the only, the infamous Kick Baldy.
But anyone who's cool knows him as One Punch Man, as in he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch. And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out monsters, like a giant who's over a quarter of a kilometer tall and can stomp city-sized craters into the earth.
Or an Esper who can effortlessly pull giant meteors from outer space.
Or a Monster King who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere. And Saitama's never even broken so much as a sweat fighting any of them.
During their battle, that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's core and fired it at Saitama.
Who blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it. The lava he was bathing in, naked, and then he punched him. Surprise.
Saitama's created after images just by hopping side to side, defeated a martial arts master with his butt, and survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being kicked all the way to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds. That's 8% the speed of light.
Kinda like the time he blocked attacks from this alien dude who stated to move near light speed or punch so fast his fist skirts the pollution. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light?
Saitama utilizes his absurdly superhuman strength and speed with techniques like his devastating normal punch. And if he wants to amp it up, the consecutive normal punches.
Are you kidding me? Those are
And y'all telling me Goku could beat this man? Y'all telling me Goku could beat Saitama? Bro, you capping.
James, what kind of self-respecting anime protagonist is he?
Plain and simple, he's a satire form. Instead of seeing his journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we join him when he's already there.
Basically, imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kind of sucks all the drama out of it, doesn't it?
And that's the point. Far from the power fantasy the genre is known for, Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle that had heretofore defined him became meaningless. His new reality was inescapably boring.
Which is really saying something when he can decimate mountains without even hitting them, or shatter asteroids that rank a 9 on the Torino scale. For those not in the Tory, no, that's equal to 1 trillion tons of TNT. This guy's training must have been insane.
That would be 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every single day. And that's it.
You've got to be shitting me.
It doesn't make sense because it's not allowed to make sense. To be fair though, to someone who isn't already a trained soldier or athlete, keeping that workout routine every day for years is pretty much impossible.
Well, 100 push-ups and sit-ups are technically doable, especially if you space them out. Doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day would absolutely destroy your legs.
Put simply, effective workouts involve shredding muscle fibers at the micro level, then allowing them time to repair themselves more durable than before. This repair process requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep.
But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair, which means he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going.
There might be an explanation. Take the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus, whose half-century of research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus's hypothesis, Saitama's training broke his limiter.
Basically, every living thing on Earth has a limit to their natural abilities. At some point, no matter how badass they are, they'll plateau. Wait a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym!
Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of...
He said, have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym.
Nature
That's
and
what I
reality.
gotta
He
do.
just breaks the logic of his world. He crushed the entire field of evolutionary biology in the palm of his hand.
And while he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off in full.
Such as when he fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and finally broke out his serious punch. A blow where he punches a little harder than normal.
And reflected Boros' collapsing star-roaring cannon. Now, you see, that's an attack thing. An energy blast that was going to blow up the friggin' planet. That's over 50 zetatons of TNT. Like a quadrillion of the world's strongest nukes going off at once.
Despite his obvious and overwhelming power, Saitama's accomplishments were never officially recognized. As if no one in their right minds could believe a psych ward Charlie Brown could save the world.
Well, he doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is. Only Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is? You can just chill at home with your buds and play video games.
Maybe that was the real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures.
I'll leave that to Saitama, and I can't think of anything more pleasurable than punching so hard my name becomes a byword for literally unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed king of broken anime characters, because until Saitama finds his equal, he's gonna end all his fights in one punch! Popeye the Sailor Man, hero, adventurer, sailor, man.
Oh, good, that's one, huh? I like that.
Man, he sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboro factories every day. And if you ever wanted to know what angry cat sex sounds like, he can sing.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
How exactly do you know? Never mind. Popeye's origins
on
are
to
humble,
the
born to the coolly
finish.
named Poop Deck Happy. Popeye was, immediately upon birth, horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned.
So Popeye grew up with a chip on his shoulder and a pop in his eye, especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people.
Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye's
Bro,
out-
he's my
but his
fucking
combat-
height. I'm Popeye.
prowess to the test and joined the Navy, becoming a true sailor man.
It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and to battle against World War II era racial stereotypes. I'm being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples.
Originating in the era of rubber hose animation, Popeye's body is essentially made of, well, rubber, able to stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way you like.
Or rev up his arm for a punch that'll knock you around the planet.
Popeye's punches are fascinating, since they can disincorporate their targets into composite elements, like turning anchors into fishhooks, an alligator into handbags, and several Native Americans. I don't even want to know.
I think the reason's pretty simple, Wiz. He's a cartoon. He can basically do whatever he wants. He can shoot fire from his corncob pipe, pull a canyon closed, punch bolts of lightning out of the air, and
Oh, nah, hold up, nah. Yeah, Toon Force is OP. Hold up. Yeah, you saw what he was doing. He was pulling continents. He pulled a mountain. He punched this guy around the earth. Oh, nah, hold up. Saitama might be in trouble.
give the sun a black eye.
Judging by the distance the sun
He gave the sun a black eye. Oh, no, hold up.
is from the Earth, as well as the time it took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been moving at 500 times the speed of light. In order to generate that force, Popeye must have swung his fist just as fast. Hell, he's even shadowboxed so fast, he somehow occupied 2 places at once and hit himself.
So, was he just born this way? Is being ugly the secret to pulling insane bullshit superpowers out of your ass? Because if so, you might want to get on that, buddy.
No. The secret to Popeye's immense physical strength is simply the virtue
The spinach.
of nutrition.
I knew you'd find a way to make it lame.
Specifically, Popeye has spent his life consuming a miracle herb that has turned him from a mere sailor into a veritable god. Spinach.
Propaganda straight from the bean counters at Big Vegetable. You'll never get me to eat my grains, damn you! It's only animal flesh and grain alcohol for me!
Originating in Persia, Spinacia oleracea is a leafy green nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and reduce blood pressure.
And apparently imbue your biceps with the power of God in anime.
While a normal can of spinach contains about 44 calories, when used in Popeye's world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious to harm.
It lets him fly, turn invisible, shapeshift his body into literally anything, and even survive the universe getting turned off. That's right, this big whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off reality in order to kill Popeye and his friends. Because why not? Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach.
I wonder what its nutritional content is like. Well, let's find out.
What? He turned off the earth? He turned off the universe? And Popeye said I survived because I eat my spinach? Uh-oh.
Math.
No!
A single can of spinach in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space, all the way to a nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this spinach stalk and including the caloric density of regular spinach,
How do you even do this calculation? How do you even know? So you just take the mass of a star randomly and just start doing calculations. What?
we can calculate one single can of Popeye spinach contains over 46 undecillion calories. That's over 700.
He said 1 can of spinach contains 46 decillion calories?
Tillion times greater than the total calories the average person will consume over their entire life.
That's over 46 million yotatons of TNT, enough to destroy, well, a star, or enough to punch your annoying neighbor so hard that when they land, they tilt the Earth.
By measuring the angle of the planet after tilting, we can determine its axis was adjusted by about 13 degrees in less than a second. That's a speed of about 1.8 million meters per second.
I wonder, is that enough to power a rocket ship so fast it travels backwards in time? Yeah, because that happened. I only know one type of herb that'll take you through time. Whatever kind of spinach it is.
I was just talking about the Pineapple Express movie, and the first clip that he uses there
Power a rocket ship so fast
is
it
a
travels backwards in time.
Pineapple
Yeah, 'cause that happened. I
Express
only know one type of herb that'll-
clip. I was just talking about this movie, and what's the chances that I talked about Pineapple Express and they showed a clip from Pineapple Express in a fucking death battle video?
Take you through time. Whatever kind of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal.
Not true. Popeye doesn't consume some special magical spinach. Any kind will do, even if it's handed to him by the audience in the real world watching his cartoon.
He can summon cans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods, painting them into reality, or just waving his hand. The dude has literally been disintegrated into nothingness. Then his nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing, ate it. His nothing. And then he came back with his... I don't know.
He can even punch so hard he tears the film strip he's being animated on, or exit his cartoon to beat the shit out of his own anime.
So Popeye's basically fought 2 different versions of God and whooped their asses. You know, he's a pretty chill broski considering he's basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian nightmare.
But he's always down for a scrap, so if you decide to antagonize him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time heavyweight champions. And, for your own sake, eat your f***ing vegetables. Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, in case you're starting to feel those winter blues, check out BetterHelp.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
We talk about BetterHelp a lot on the show, and this...
Thanks.
Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online.
Yo, but that's true. Popeye has plot armor, like OD plot armor. Like, even though Saitama could easily beat him, Popeye with spinach is like the ultimate plot armor, though.
Therapy.
This show is sponsored
Now!
Oh man, the scrap's always so expensive. No thanks.
Guys, can't stand no one bad-mouthing me spinach. Put 'em up, yes, big palooka.
If he doesn't do the laugh once in this is gonna be trash. If he doesn't hit me with a I'm gonna be mad, because you cannot be voice acting Popeye and not do the laugh.
Whatever.
Okay, close. I don't know why, man. Why cartoons did that? I remember as a kid, that's the most cartoonish shit. Winding up your punch doesn't do anything. Like, imagine seeing somebody fight in real life and being like, yo, you could suck my dick, bro. You could suck my dick, bro. I'd be like, yo, what is he doing? Boy, if you don't... Straight up winding your shit.
Well, blow me down.
You said
Your
I try to
hate's gotta
wind up my
scratch
punches as a
onions.
I
kid.
know, right? Overwhelming strength is so boring.
Death.
I can't read that.
Huh? Okay. I mean, cartoon plot armor. Cartoon plot.
Okay.
Oh!
A little bit more interesting now.
Yo, I'm not even gonna. Oh, he did the laugh. He did the laugh. He did the laugh. He did the laugh.
A little bit more interesting now.
You know what? You know what? I think it's gonna be a draw. Because I don't think Popeye could die. He's kind of immortal. Especially after he's already consumed the spinach. This has to be a draw. Damn! Oh, he rubbery. Damn! He was on this Luffy shit. Oh, and now they went pixelated? Yo, Popeye going crazy!
Sure is one crazy gazookas.
I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun. Who the hell are you?
Yep, I am what I am, and that's all what I am.
Yo, that shit, that cartoon shit, I try to do that as a kid too. You take your hand and you go, you try to blow into your hand and make the shit bigger. Such cartoon bullshit, man.
What do you know? How am I gonna get back home?
Oh my gosh. He flipped up like a whole portion. Oh, through the whole thing. Yo, what is up with these different animations? Yo, Popeyes is crazy. Damn, through the whole planet. Uh-oh, Saitama, that's it, he mad. Saitama big mad now. Death! Spinach!
Amazing! This is amazing! How did you get so strong?
I eat me spinach.
No way. Bro.
Can this be? My heart's beating so fast. My muscles ache. I can feel them again.
He jumped off the sun?
Stands 'cause I can't stand no more.
He gotta sing if he beats him. He gotta go, I've gone to the finish 'cause I eats me spinach. Yo, Saitama found his equal dead ass. It had to be Popeye.
I never thought it would happen. A serious fight.
I found it!
Thank you, weird spinach mascot.
He beat Saitama? Yo, the internet gonna be mad. The internet gonna be mad. He turned to egg.
He took a big gamble, but now he is scrambled. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yo, I cannot believe
Well, I
Popeye
guess
beat
you could say that
Saitama.
fight was over easy. Wait, except isn't Saitama's whole gag that he can't lose?
Look,
It is.
look. Once I saw somebody in the chat say that he has cartoon physics, I was already like, okay, now Saitama has a problem. Cause nah, cartoon physics is bullshit. It's so much bullshit. Like things that's supposed to make sense in a cartoon, especially like in Popeye, cause I used to watch a cartoon when I was young, cause my dad used to be like, oh, let's watch Popeye. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I loved the Popeye show. It's bullshit. There's so much bullshit in it.
But it's more
And he ate
nuanced.
the spinach.
Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless. He's said
Before
so
you
himself.
call it
Breaking
that,
his limiter meant
realize
his
that
potential
cartoon
strength
characters
was
don't
likely
die.
infinite.
Yeah, they
but
don't.
there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to.
That means Popeye could be Goku. Popeye could be Goku. That's it.
Toon Force is op especially characters from the Rubber Hose era.
Oh, the rubber hose era? Hell yeah. Yeah, Popeye could defeat Goku. Now, that's an easy argument we could bring up to anybody. Because if Saitama loses to Popeye, and we know Saitama could beat Goku.
To get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with 5-pound dumbbells.
He also doesn't possess some magical ability to kill someone in one punch regardless of effort. Powerful adversaries like Boros and Garo have survived his blows repeatedly, albeit briefly, and he's never met anyone quite like
It was
Popeye
really
the
cartoon
Sailor
physics
Man.
versus
According to the
anime
manga,
logic.
Yes.
One Punch
And
Man's
cartoon
gag is that
physics in it
Saitama is an
Toon
anime
Force is op.
protagonist at the end of his series, slapped in at the beginning of his series, where he's too strong to have a challenge.
So, if we know Saitama's strength does have a limit, what is it?
We know he can deflect Boros' planet-destroying blast, but he was clearly super casual about it. He may have called it his serious punch, but that's the joke. He's only now getting kind of serious.
In order to get as generous a number as possible, let's assume Saitama was exerting the least amount of effort he could to throw that punch. Since he's still technically a human, we can assume the ratio between the least amount of effort possible and the most is relatively consistent with other humans. Let's just say he burned the equivalent of only 1 calorie relative to the strongest punch ever recorded, which was over 1,000 joules. For reference, the average person burns about 1 calorie a minute doing absolutely nothing. So this is assuming Saitama is literally as casual as physically possible.
That'd make his strongest punch about 200 times greater than his weakest. Using Boros' energy blast as a base, Saitama's theoretical strongest punch would be over 11 Yoda tons of TNT. That's absolutely
Yoda tons. I've never even heard of that. Yoda.
insane, enough to annihilate Uranus 4 times over.
Well, that's impressive, but that's still far less than Popeye's star-busting power, which was millions of times greater. Sure, this is only an estimate. We don't know Saitama's full strength exactly. But the point is, whatever it may be, it can be measured.
That's right, but trying to compare them with just numbers isn't the whole story.
While Saitama can break his world fairly easily, it's still a semi-realistic world that generally obeys the laws of physics.
Popeye in his world, on the other hand, can't really be measured at all. The dude's occupied 2 places at the same time, ripped the film strip he's animated on, and knocked out the guy.
Yeah, look, he ripped the film strip he was animated on. This cartoon character broke the 4th wall. Popeye was breaking the 4th wall so many times in his damn show. Like, motherfucker was self-conscious.
Throwing him. Can't do math to figure
He
that out.
fought his
Popeye's
animator.
just on a whole other level of bullshit.
Even if Saitama was strong enough to kill Popeye in 1 punch, Popeye has survived being fully disintegrated, only to recover good as new. Hell, God turned off all of reality and Popeye just ignored it.
And on the flip side, there was nothing stopping Popeye from just turning Saitama into a bunch of eggs, which he can do without spinach. So even if Popeye was weaker, he'd still have a way to finish the job in 1 punch.
Wow.
Saitama was easily one of the strongest combatants we've ever seen, but pure strength was no match for Popeye's insane power, survivability, and plain old cartoon shenanigans.
If you thought nothing could match the One Punch Man, now you know Popeye's spinach can.
The winner is Popeye. And that's a wrap for our anniversary season.
You'll love to see it, man. Damn. I want to see. Oh, there's no dislike button. Ah, there's no dislike button. I know people was baby rage mad. Oh my God. They're like, You can imagine these motherfuckers was fiending to press the dislike button. Be like, what dislike? I see no dislikes, man. I see 88K likes. Damn, this video got some good reception. Like the Popeye's chicken I ate yesterday. He said, nah, everyone knew Popeye was busted. Now, a lot of people don't even know about Popeye because there's a lot of Zoomers. Popeye's like a really old school cartoon. Popeye's like way back, like Looney Tunes, Felix the Cat, Tom Jerry type shit. I think even before Tom Jerry.
Fuck it.
Tom and Jerry.
Popeye for Smash. Ustro despair too.
Nah, man. He goes to the finish because he eats his spinach. He said Popeye once turned a lion into a leopard skin coat just by punching it. Not a lion skin coat, a leopard skin coat. He changed physics. This is one fight I just can't miss. That muscular Popeye is a pure badass. Imagine going back in time and having to explain this fight to Popeye's creator. Basically, a spinach eating what? A Lovecraftian nightmare? It's the greatest quote I've ever seen. I don't think anyone was really surprised by this result, but it was fun to watch. How do you get so powerful? I eats me spinach. Imagine if Saitama just ate the spinach. I love how everybody is just unanimously happy about this one, regardless of outcome. The only thing I had a problem with this fight is that I now want more of it. True, the fight scenes were great. And I like how they switched animation styles like a good 2 or 3 times. That was really cool. Yeah, it seems like the comments is chilling. I thought people were going to be more baby rage mad. Nah. You know, I'm happy Saitama felt alive again. Hey, he looked at it optimistically. Oh, dang. Things are going to get real. So this is an egg versus spinach. A perfect breakfast. This was the best death battle in a while. Y'all should really do more stuff. No, do more funny stuff. Neither of them, Goku. Neither of them are beating me, though. Okay, buddy. Damn, that was a lot of exclamation points. I just like yelled at him. Popeye versus the Mask. The Mask also has cartoon physics, but is it as crazy? Oh my God, you found this comment so fast. Somebody already liked the comment that I posted. I just posted the comment. Wait, January content update. New Year event. Ring in the New Year's with Pokemon and New Year costume and snazzy new avatar items. January content. Sphere Community Day. Lame.
Don't know if you want to do any hot takes today, but here.
I've done, I think, already a couple of hot takes.
In short, I'm saying pay these women. That's what I'm saying. She's gonna go elegant about it. You need to be paid because you command the same respect. The game is just as good.
And then they motion. The guy ran at 50 yards. Get him.
People need to understand that Saitama is not a gap character. That's a misunderstanding created by the anime.
Men always say
He is
how
simply a
women's
protagonist who at the start
Then
of
come
his
to the
series
field
is
and fight
the
with
most
us.
powerful. It's like if Naruto at part 1 had 6-path chakra and a perfect relationship with the 9 tails. Just because he's the most powerful in his show, doesn't mean he can be people from other shows.
Yes, Rashleaf. I agree. No, it's true because, I mean, if he does fight Goku, there are going to be some perks that Goku has over Saitama because me looking at that whole death battle, they also take into consideration the world that you're in. So that's gonna be something. Thank you for the 100 bits though. It said men versus women in sports.